the door and they say thanks the first time.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying.
Right, 6:32. Welcome to Deer Park Toastmasters Club 6859. It is May 27th, and this day in history, I did not have the chance to check what's important about this day in history, but we normally do check that. Unfortunately, if I did not do that, but probably at the end we might do something when we have a chance to look it up. But the mission of the Toastmasters is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication skills and communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. We have a few guests today, returning guests. We have Nawar, Area 43 Director.
Yes.
I could have sworn you just recently became a division director.
Division director.
Are you also a division director too?
I will start in July.
You will start in July. Excellent. And Eduardo, he's from Division E, Division E contest finalist. David Patton from Young Eglinton Toastmasters, a club with over 40 members?
42, I think.
42. Oh, really struggling there. And if there's spillover, you can tell them to come over to Deer Park, right? If it gets too crowded.
I do sometimes,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
It's much easier when you're on a different day now.
Oh, really?
It was harder when you were on Thursday as well.
Oh, you guys meet on Thursdays, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's excellent. And then of course we have Ellie. He's coming back for the second time, and the other two guys, they're members now, so they're not guests, right? Jason and Dimitri, they're members now, the newest members. So I don't need to introduce them. All right. We don't have a wordsmith today, but does anyone want to do a dual role as a wordsmith or anything? Like interested? Maybe, I don't know, Jason, do you want to try that role?
Oh, I'm sure I'll screw it up.
No, just pick a card, any card, and you can, if you want to just introduce it from here, you can do so. And you just find the word.
I don't know if they're on the back.
The definition are back there.
Okay, I guess acumen, sorry guys.
Yep.
I expect was this the acumen to unravel the secrets of the universe. Keenness and shrewdness. Keenness and shrewdness.
Keenness and shrewdness. Okay, like being sharp. All right, like developing a good business acumen.
Einstein was this the acumen to unravel the secrets of the universe. Good luck.
All right, that's a good spot for it. So the idea is to use acumen as many times as possible. Jason will be keeping track, and usually the target is about half a dozen times would be an excellent number of times to use such a word. And every time you hear it, you should make a sound like rapping your knuckles on the table. The signal it's being used. Right. And now, go right to the table topics leader. And I should be introducing the members of the head table. So we have, the wordsmith, of course, Jason. Table topics leader tonight is Sarah. Okay. We don't have a table topics evaluator. If anyone's interested in that new position, if anyone wants to do that, it's not mandatory, but it's a like to have. It's relatively new. Oh, timer. Actually, we need someone to do some timing.
Yeah, I can do the timer.
All right. Got the high-tech timer cards.
Thanks.
Hopefully, there's still batteries in them.
If no one wants to take table topics of age, I can basically do it. Even though I'm general of age.
Yeah. Sometimes in the smaller meetings, we do like
So I can do.
Excellent. All right.
If none of the guests want to do that.
Yes, excellent. Okay, great. Thank you. Dimitri. this time I won't forget because it's kind of tucked in there small, so then it's easy to accidentally skip it. So it'll be right after the table topics, and if I miss it, please please stop me and tell me I missed it. All right, and timer, we have Sarah, excellent. General evaluator, we have Dimitri tonight. Toastmaster is Noir, and our evaluator is Eduardo. We don't have a quiz leader. That's always a fun one. If anyone wants to know what a quiz leader is, a quiz leader actually listens to the whole all the speeches tonight and tries to come up with some quiz questions to kind of test how well the audience has listened to the course of the evening. So to come up with a few quiz like what did Ellie say as part of his table topics was his favorite drink, for example. That would be like one of the quiz questions, right? If anyone wants to do that,
Ellie wants to do it.
awesome.
Volunteer.
Quiz leader. Because I use your name, maybe, right? Is that why?
Yes.
All right. And okay. And if everyone at the end, if anyone has a sense of humor, there's also a humorist to close out the evening. So if you want to think about something funny, if you have something funny you want to get out, you can be the humorist. All right. Now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce Sarah doing the table topics.
Oh, but I'm gonna also time the.
Oh, while you're okay, excellent.
Okay, cool. Hello. Okay, I think everybody knows the table topics is here, right? So, but maybe we'll refresh because table topics is the opportunity for people to learn how to speak on the fly and give 1 to 2 minute speeches. For guests, it's not time, but try to stay within that range. And yeah, I'm also going to time you, so pay attention to me as you're speaking, I guess. Okay, so today I follow the meeting theme of boosting your brain with physical activity because my whole table topics are about physical activities. So, okay, so now it goes from weirdest, from 1 is least weird to 14 is the most weird. So if you want to have a plain question, like just focus on the question, and choose a lower number.
Weirdness?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Alan, do you want to go first?
Certainly.
Oh, great. What number do you choose?
Okay, how about lucky 13?
Oh, okay, you're going for it. Okay, it's about physical activities, right? Jumping Jacks is tired of jumping. Please just call him Jack now. He wants to do something else with his time, wants a different legacy, but who is he if he's not jumping? What do you recommend?
Yes, table topics leader. So Jumping Jack doesn't want to jump. So I would suggest, I think his mentality is still there that he wants to be active and jump because jumping jacks is one of the most active things you can do. People use it as warm-ups. And I think if you want to not be jumping, I would think push-ups maybe, because push-ups is another very strenuous activity that you can use to warm yourself up, get the blood circulating, and it's great for getting the brain going too, because if blood circulates through your body, it also circulates through your brain as well, because your brain gets more blood, it gets more oxygen, and then your brain cells are more alive. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. Okay, cool. Okay, who is the next lucky volunteer? Yes.
I'll go for the dirty dozen 12.
Okay, cool. a coffee bean just tried coffee for the first time. Now what?
Hmm.
The thing is, I thought originally, when jumping Jack did not want to jump anymore, that he wanted to jitterbug. So this is what you would be doing at the jitterbugging. And unfortunately, I didn't know what I was doing to everybody when they drank my coffee. But it's a great party atmosphere. I think I might have to lie down after this. Ah. Yes. That was
Oh, thank you. Okay, nice. Okay, jittery coffee bean. Who would like to go next?
Jim.
Okay.
Yeah.
What number would you like?
One.
One? Okay.
Let's go to the other side.
So since it's about boosting your brain with physical activities, what is your brain's favorite physical activity to get boosted?
Brain activity.
Come.
You go, Stan.
Yes,
Hey,
Jason.
Jason.
Yay.
Oh.
Okay. A boy's favorite activity for getting boosted is playing chess. I like playing chess with anyone who play. I think the activity creates patterns and helps you think, boosts your acumen. Maybe I should have gone weirder at it. Kind of got me.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Very good. Well, one weird step at a time.
That's how it's gonna be. Okay, here we go.
It's the weird one is the least weird. The 14 is the most weird. I'd like to go next for table topics.
Oh, woo.
Now we would do one.
Hi.
Okay, you're a marathon runner that has been practicing so much, and the day of the marathon, you are leaps and bounds ahead of the pack. But you notice that the finish line seems so far away. Maybe you're wondering, is someone moving the goalposts? What's your strategy?
Thank you, Sarah. My strategy would be to slow down for a few minutes and look around, see what other people are doing. If I'm alone, I would think maybe I'm on the wrong path. And if I see other people coming with me and running with me, then I try to continue and run even faster. But yeah, that would be my strategy. Yeah, thank you.
Very good.
Sorry, that was too short, I guess.
No, yeah, everyone's a little short today. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe this is great though. Okay, cool.
Edward.
Eduardo, do you want to go
Brenda.
next? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Eduardo,
The number 39.
39. I don't think I heard.
3 or 9.
Oh, 3 or 9. Okay. Wow. Okay, well.
12.
12?
12.
Oh, wait, okay, why don't we do 9? Why is my dog staring and smiling at me?
Okay.
Just
Any dog.
Any dogs?
yeah.
I don't have a pet. Actually, I used to take care of the pet of the other person. Because when you met the pet, you know the personality to the other person. So when a child, it's hard to get in touch with them. But they were very easygoing. That's what I love. Who's your owner? Is a woman your owner? Because if you're easygoing, maybe something I have chance there. But when I'm grumpy and when they are not friendly, I don't even want to talk with this person. So why the smelling me is staring me? Because we have connection with the dog. Sometimes the dog is telling me, can you save my life? They put me in a jail in the house. They're coming to me, ask me questions. But I say, maybe today I can help you, but I only can thank you. Thank you.
Cool. That was. I think about that with my dog sometimes. She's in jail. So thanks for that. Just joking. Maybe, well, there's anyone. All right, Brian. That's nice.
On to number 40.
Number 14.
40, I thought it was 39.
14. Okay, this is the weirdest one. The summer obstacle course you designed is a hit. Everyone, the theme is boosting your brain with this classic. The summer obstacle course you designed is a hit. Everyone is working out and having fun. But wait, a bunch of cows just dropped from the sky and are getting in people's way. Oh, no. What do you do?
Well, the first, thank you, sir. Call yourself Miss Toastmaster.
Topics next.
Table topics.
Table topics. And fellow table topic people.
No Toastmasters.
A very interesting question, one that I've been contemplating for quite a while. Been associated with cows a lot in my life, and when they sort of come in out of the cold and looking for something, the one thing that I always think about is it's probably milking time, and that's why they're hanging out. And that's what I would do. I would make sure that they got milked on the playground. That's it.
Yes. Smart. That's great. And the cows appreciate it too. Okay. Has anyone not gone that would like to go? Oh, Noir.
No, I'm
Yeah,
Toastmaster.
You can't. You're forbidden.
Yeah, you can.
We'll still let you go this time.
Yeah.
I passed.
Everyone
You
can go.
Okay.
I can go, but yeah, table topics.
Well, you can have, you don't
Okay.
just
You
don't
can.
evaluate
You
yourself,
can.
that's all.
I'm going
Yeah.
to wake up. You want me to take away?
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Want me to choose one for you?
Yeah, please.
Why do birds fly?
Wow.
Easy.
Table topics master, club members, and guests. That's a great question. Why do birds fly? I was actually contemplating on this subject because I would like to fly myself. Sometimes it's good just to jump off my balcony and fly downtown without taking the subway, because TTC is always a problem. Whenever you're in a hurry, you go there and there's always something's broken or whatever. So why they fly? Basically, they fly because they use the law of physics, right? They have wings, they spread their wings, they get airflow, and they go they ascend, like business that we're all trying to build. And I guess because they have the acumen how physics. So that's why we fly. But the question is why people can fly. That's what concerns me more, because I want to fly like a bird, and hopefully at some point I will. But the answer to this question. I'll leave it open so that next time we can discuss it in more details. This is Table Toastmaster.
Wow, that's great. He continued. Okay, cool. Who would like to be? Oh, I think everyone's fine except for you now, Mark. But no problem. If you, no problem. So maybe I haven't gone. Maybe I.
You.
Have
Yeah.
gone? Okay, great.
You want me to pick something for you?
Oh, sure. I'm gonna do number 7.
Number 7. So Sarah, tell a story of the world's sweatiest person. Sweatiest or sweetest? Or sweatiest
Sweatiest.
person. Where were they born? How did they become this way? What are their parents like? Tell us anything about them.
Thank you, Alan. Okay, so fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. So, the sweatiest person was born in March 2nd, 1978. His parents were not very sweaty people, and he learned he became sweaty because he was always doing summer activities in the outdoors, rain or shine. But then one day, for some reason, the rain that was outside came inside to his body, and he began sweating a lot. And then his parents, who were always very encouraging of him, encouraged him to go to. Thank you, Alan. Thank you so much. Encouraged him to go to the Guinness World Records, and that's why we know him today as the world's sweatiest person. Thank you.
I wouldn't mind doing another one. We can have some
Oh,
time.
would you like to do it?
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
let's do it.
Might as well use some more on that list.
Yeah, great. Okay. So the wind is blowing everyone around, left and right. What does the wind need from us to stop doing that?
Thank you, Table Topics leader, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests. What does the wind need to stop blowing people around? I think when people are being blown around in different directions, it means they have no focus and they don't have any direction. So if there has to be a leader that does a rallying cry to get people focused on an initiative, for example, like if there's like there's a work group or a team at work that they're directionless, they'll be like being blown around by the wind and all over the place. But if you have a team leader that gives everyone, assigns people tasks, assigns people objectives and timelines, the wind will stop blowing. It will immediately just like stop, and then the team will have the acumen to have a direction, to have this, and not be just going around in random directions. Thank you.
Well, that I feel like you just ended the wind of the table topic. Unless anyone else would like to go, we're gonna wrap that up. Thank you very much.
So I don't have the official Toastmaster ballots today, but that is what the yellow sticky notes in front of you is for. So that's the backup option. So just write down who you think had the best table topics. You write that down, the name, and then you just pass it on to Sarah at the sometime during a break or in between the activities. Right. So, okay, so I'm not forgetting the next rule, table topics evaluator. I have to make that almost distant. But I had it highlighted, and Dimitri, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, take it away, Dimitri. Evaluate the table topics.
How long should this be?
Thank you, Mrs. Table, Mr. Toastmaster. Lab members, yes, please welcome to the table topics evaluation session of the meeting. I was very impressed with all the speakers. It was really outstanding. Everyone performed so well, and two people were really kind of, give us some kind of little like fairly performance. Now in more details. So the first one, Alan, jumping jack. Alan did very well, and his experience shows. He found right away a storyline to follow. He felt like a prepared speech. He had a very good eye contact, good body language, very good use of space, and he answered the question. So I have actually more points to prove. Pretty good. Maybe more. I don't know, to come up with some kind of fun stuff next time to compete with those two people will be good. David, if coffee beans could take coffee, so David gave us a little performance. It felt like I was on some kind of like, performing arts show. It was very well, was good. Acting skills, basically. I was impressed with vocal variety because you had some kind of intonations, you played with your voice, you had very good gestures, very nice eye contact, and you use the space professionally, and you answer the question, what happens if actually coffee beans take coffee? Indeed. Congratulations. Jason, what's your brain activity? Jason, you did very well. First, you wanted to stay with Dave, but then you found the courage to come here to the fourth lecture. And it was good. You actually had, you did very well. You had very good humor. You also tried to act, I guess. You were inspired by David.
Absolutely, I was.
Yeah, you used the space very well. You had good gestures, you had very good eye contact, and you answered the question, what is like the brain activity? It's actually chess, which is a nice game, right? Makes you think, makes you think strategically. So well done. Congratulations. Ellie, marathon run with the strategy. Same here, Ellie found a storyline to follow right away. Good eye contact, you use the space, and you answered the question. And then you have actually did some kind of self-regulation as well. But it was too short. So next time we expect to be long. Eduardo. Eduardo's experience shows as well. He's like David was like over here giving some kind of performance and was very impressive, like talking to the dog and all stuff. And then the dog actually asked to free from prison, right? Which is, I think that's what happens when you see all those little dogs locked in the court. And had a very storyline. You found like the story to follow right away. You had a very good eye contact, gestures, and you played with the space. So congrats. Okay, Brian. Obstacle course is a hit, and when all of a sudden like cows start dropping from the sky. Brian also like very impressive because I think it shows your work experience in the city. So you feel so comfortable with stage yourself, like giving a speech, like conveying, and you have very good eye contact, with gestures, and you answer the question, which is kind of logical. Cows need to be milked. Well done. Okay, so me, I was evaluated by Ellie and Jason, right?
Mm.
Yes.
Thank you guys. So they said it was good enough. I did pretty well. So
That's what I wrote. That was
yeah, good stuff. Sarah. Oh, this person. So Sarah found the storyline to follow, and that's what I was impressed with because no one was actually pausing and trying to like find what to talk. It was like right away. All tabletop speakers were speeches. So Sarah came to the stage and she started talking about this person. She told us that actually this kind of person exists. You had very good eye contact, you had good gestures, and you explained that this guy actually became a part of the Guinness Book of Records, right?
Yeah.
Well done.
Okay.
And then Alan had the was here twice. So Alan again, it felt like a prepared speech. You came to the stage, you started talking right away, and you knew what you were talking about. And eye contact, good gestures, and answer the question. So well done. So this concludes the table topics and relations session at the beginning, and I turn control back to James and Mr. Chair.
Very thorough evaluation of the table topics. Very good work, Dimitri. Thank you very much. Now it's the announcements, upcoming rosters. I just have a little segment here. I want to just announce and confirm the nominations for the next executive team that's taking over in July 1st. That'll be their first when the next term starts, and the current executives' terms end on June 30th. So so we have a number of people, but they're not here, but they have accepted the nominations offline. So the Sergeant at Arms, we have Linda Sweetland. She has accepted nomination of Sergeant at Arms. I did not receive any other nominations for Sergeant at Arms. If there's any nominations from members from the floor, please put forward right now. If there is none, then by the legal process of acclamation, Linda Sweetland is the Sergeant at Arms elect to take over July 1st. And for secretary, we have one nomination, Shirag Thakar. He is also not here, but he accepted the nomination offline by email. I have not received any other nominations by email or by word of mouth. I open the floor to any members if there have any other nominations for secretary. Going once, going twice. If there is no other nominations, then by process of acclamation, then Shirag Thakar is the secretary-elect to take over July the 1st. Yay! And we have VP of Public Relations, one of the most fun positions. So we have one nomination, Sarah Katz, and she has previously accepted by email. I'm not aware of any other nominations for VP of Public Relations. And if anyone on the floor wants to put forward a nomination for any other member, please do so now. If there is no other nominations, then by process of acclamation, Sarah Katz is the Vice President of Public Relations elect to take over July 1st. Now, VP of membership is one that I've been doing for a while. I've been doing it as a dual role. So I'm prepared to do that. There's one nomination for that, though, so I nominated myself to do that as an interim basis, on the hope that eventually, someone will take over. But I'm thinking that I'd like to nominate sound for VP of membership to consider. You don't have to make the decision today, but I'd like to nominate one of the newest members, Dimitri. If you want to consider VP of membership, you don't have to make your decision today, but I'd like to nominate you for that because I think you'd be so VP of membership. If you do you know what a VP membership does?
In general, yes.
Yeah, so you already know, right? So, yeah, well, membership growth. So we don't really call recruiting membership growth. Membership retention is the focus. So keeping members happy, kind of keeping your eyes and ears out. What makes the members want to stay? What will attract more members? And basically reaching out to guests that have come to the meetings and thanking them for coming, and also encouraging them to come back and experience another meeting. So that's what a VP of membership would do. That's the main roles. But you don't have to. I don't want to put you on the spot, but consider it. By the interim, I nominate myself, and then in the background, I nominate yourself, you, Dimitri, to be potential VP of membership to consider. But think about it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. VP of education. We have one nomination. I nominate myself to be VP of education. It's one of the only roles that I've actually haven't actually done or focused on. And it's something I'd like to do because VP of education kind of encourages people to and gently nudges people to do speeches, brings in guest speakers such as David Patton. So I've been kind of doing that role, helping Philippe out with that, and bringing in workshop speakers, right? All right, and president. There was one nomination for president, Philippe Rivet. He's not here now. A month ago, when I spoke to him, I think he was pretty gung-ho about accepting. I think he's still on the fence. He hasn't officially said yes, but I think he's in between. But I'm hoping with you guys' encouragement, and David Patton lives on the same street, knows his parents. So David, if you said the president was one of the most fun roles you've ever done, club president. So I think that if you talk to him about that and say there's nothing to fear, and you can learn a lot, I think you can give them that gentle nudge to say yes to president, because I think it's important that to have if worst comes to worst, I could repeat, but I think it's good to have new leadership at the top, because according to the club leadership handbook, you're supposed to kind of rotate the role of president around, right? So, and you just want to spread that kind of experience around and not have it, the same person do it, more than one term in a row. Okay, so to be continued. All right. So that is the nominations and elections with two roles that's still TBD. And there is so the next few meetings. So next week we don't have a meeting here, but we usually have a virtual meeting. So on the 3rd, we'll have a virtual meeting. So what we usually do on the first week of the month, we have a half an hour of a Zoom meeting for the executives. So I'd like to invite Sarah and all the elected officials to also participate. It's kind of like the crossover meeting. It's kind of just a huddle just to get people initiated, acquainted with each other, and it's kind of like an orientation. And then at 7:15, we're gonna open up the room, and any members can join, and that'll become a themed virtual meeting. So basically it's exactly or very similar to an in-person meeting, but with focus on table topics, speeches and evaluations, and some of the extra roles like like Toastmaster or General Evaluator, we don't actually we don't have for the virtual because we're trying to condense it into like an hour or less, because we find that an hour or less is best for a virtual meeting because people start losing focus if when the meetings are more than, they don't want to stare at a screen for more than an hour. So we try to consolidate and focus on the parts of the meeting that most people enjoy and have the most fun, which is generally speeches, evaluations, and table topics. All right. And on the June the 10th, the 17th, and the 24th, we have meetings here in the library. Now, the 10th and the 17th will be downstairs in the smaller room by the kids department. We couldn't book this room for those 2 dates because the library had some other bookings for those 2 dates. The 24th, we're up here, but the 10th and 17th, again, we're downstairs. Just keep that in mind. The 10th, we have a workshop, and the workshop we have, if I didn't print it out, but okay, just give me 2 seconds here. Get the title. Sorry for the delay. Workshop is by Roman Smolak. He's a current distinguished Toastmaster. I'm sorry, the little writing's really small here. It's effective speech elements, and it's about compelling stories have key elements that transforms a simple narrative into a journey of transformation. Learn to create your story with these elements so your characters evolve from everyday people into extraordinary heroes. So it's effective speech elements. That's the name of the workshop, Roman Smolak, and it's about it's a 50-minute workshop. It's gonna be right here. Well, it's the room downstairs, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Very interesting. All right. Not every day you get it's the distinguished Toastmaster doing a workshop with them and extolling or their Toastmasters acumen. All right. So that is all the announcements. And next up. So I'll call on the Toastmaster, Nawar Al-Qasir. He's the Area 43 Director, and he will be toasting on the theme of boosting your brain with physical activities. And Madam Timer, the timing for a toast is 2 minutes. So it'll be 1 minute 30 seconds green, 1 minute 45 yellow, and red at 2. Thank you.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and welcome guests. Let us stand up. Stretch. I exercise for my brain. I say before after me. I exercise for my brain. Thank you. How you feel now?
Better. Yeah. Blood circulating.
Follow Toastmaster and welcome guests. Imagine a new discovery, a new medicine. You change your brain, you uplift your mood, make you happier, and make you stronger. This pill you take once a day, just 20 minutes. It is physical activities. If you walk 20 minutes every day, you feel better. You change your mood, you remove your stress, everything better. So neuroscience discovered a connection between physical activities and healthy brain. I read book, it's called Spark, about this subject and how brain become younger when you practice physical activities. You're still young because a lot of chemical and hormones spread in your brain when you practice physical activities. like endorphin and dopamine, all of this make you happier. If anyone practice sport for 20 minutes with good amount, decent amount, he feel this higher run. We call it higher run or referral. So it's very good. And you feel better with this. I remember during COVID, I was like feel down, nothing to do, no coffee. I was walking in Hyde Park, and then I saw some people play tennis. I asked them, I want to play tennis. They told me, just buy a racket and come, we will coach you. I went to Canadian Tire, I bought racket, I start playing tennis, and I feel better with every time I play tennis since. In the weekend, my mood is better, I feel better. And this is, I encourage you to practice any physical activity, even now when you go home, just get off before your station, subway station, and walk for 20 minutes. Back to you, Mr. So I was sorry for that. I will introduce the first speaker, David Madden, Memories, David Madden.
Timing for the speech.
5 to 7.
5 to 7 minutes. 5 to 7 minutes. So 5 for green, 6 yellow, and red 7.
Memories. As the song goes, memories like the corners of my mind. Except when I forget. And I forget too often. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, have you had the same problems that I've had? I go into the kitchen, I get a snack, and I get there, and I cannot remember why I went. And sometimes I go to the grocery store for a special ingredient for dinner. Come away without it. Now, do you find it hard to remember dates? Do you have a hard time remember names? Do you have difficulty remember the names of your dates? I wouldn't want to be that guy. Well, I have tried over the years to improve my ability to remember speeches. I have done quite a few speeches, but I don't think I've ever done the same speech twice because I always get off script. When I was a first-time speaker way back, more than 10 years ago, I spent days and days and countless hours working on my speech. And I was pretty sure I had it all straight, and I walked on the stage and it went out of my head. And since then, and over years, I have come to be relaxed about that. Because I find that some of my better performances have been because I've gotten off the track and I started doing things spontaneously and working with the audience, not just appearing in front of them. But I'm not satisfied. I still want to learn. What do I want to learn? I want to learn how to perform more of my speeches word by word. In particular, I want to be able to remember quotes, numbers, dates, names, And above all, jokes. Which reminds me. What do you call a Toastmaster with laryngitis? Speechless. So, what does this mean to you? If my friend Larry were here tonight, he would say that very question, what's in it for me? And I don't have a really good answer, but I will tell you this, and I think everybody knows, having a good memory helps in so many ways. It helps with your job if you remember his name. It helps with your sales presentation if you remember the points of the product or service you're trying to sell. And of course, if you're a Toastmaster, it really helps to do a speech if you can do it without notes and actually say the words you intended to say, which is something I'm still working on. Now, I have done a bit of research, as I've mentioned. I'll not bore you with the details because I haven't actually found anything that's foolproof. But if you haven't heard of it, you might look up on Google the idea of the memory house, which is a technique that goes back at least 2,500 years. And the idea is that you remember the flow of a speech and the items by thinking of a place and where you would place your book, your desk, etc. I haven't been able to make that work, although I'm kind of using it tonight. Another one is basically gutting it through practice, practice, practice. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? You practice, practice, practice. And this has been what has worked best for me so far. And then you might try the internet, and I was so disappointed when I came across a video from supposedly a noted memory expert, and it was Jim Quick's How to Remember a Speech Word for Word. And that seemed like exactly what I wanted. And yet, when I got there, what he does is he gives you a mnemonic. He gives you 12 R's to follow. My God, just remembering them will stir me up. I do remember the first one, which is read your speech, duh. And the last one, which I like the best, which is relax. So I'm trying to be relaxed every time I do a speech. But, you know, I figure the best thing for me to do is, if you don't first succeed, try again. This is the third variation of this song, of this performance that I've done, and I'll keep at it if I'm invited to other places. And I'm going to do what I did for my first time. I'm going to end with the first bars of Barbra Streisand's famous song. Memories like the corners of my mind, misty watercolored memories, the way we were. I still got it. You can have it. Thanks very much for the memory.
busy to remember. It's not easy. And now to
Right.
evaluate. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Schiff.
We actually have a 5-minute break, so we can break for come back at 7:32. Okay. Okay, welcome back. 7:33. So welcome back from the break. So now I call on the general evaluator, Dimitri, to introduce the evaluator to evaluate David Padden.
Mr. Chair, lab members and guests, welcome to the evaluation session of the meeting. The role of the general evaluator is to assess everything that happens during the meeting and provide club members with constructive feedback on how they performed. So we'll begin with table topics evaluation. After that, I'll conduct a general evaluation of the meeting. Lab members and
So you already did the table topics evaluation.
I did. Oh, did I say
So
I
you-
say table topics?
Yes, yes.
Oh my God. Blah, rewind. So we'll begin with prepared speech. We have only one today, prepared speech evaluation, and then I'll conduct the general evaluation of the meeting. This is actually the issue that David addressed, memory. Because I understand,
Yeah.
I need to play chess more. So club members and guests, please help me welcome this prepared speech evaluator, Eduardo.
And timer, the timing is 2 minutes for green, 2.5 minutes yellow, and then red is 3.
David, what amazing presentation. I can see your experience here on the stage. And also, you teach us a lot. For example, when he starts, he keeps the pause. He doesn't rush into start. That's just, you can see the experience. And when you start with the arm there, say, oh, he's gonna play. What is gonna do it? But he start to sing it. That is amazing because it's an invitation for us to explore. Because this is the place we can explore. No drama, no change. Just as the play drama. And for you, you asked me to pay attention to your body. And I did. In one moment, I was imagining it was a clock. You see that movement? You were doing the clock movement. I don't know if you're doing it in progress or what's natural. Because I know the layout here is make you to talk like that, no? And you're talking the other way. Here is for you to deliver the speech, it's more important to be aware of what you were speaking in the moment. For example, when you did about, remember when you go into the fridge and you can't find anything there, and you just stay here, no? And just keep talking about. And when you're doing another example, you can travel to another position and just stay there. And you can play with your head. Because when you're moving so much your body, what happened with the person is here is looking, you are giving the back. No, it's like, oh, you are paying attention, but you know, sometimes, okay, bye, I don't see you more. So that main the focus here, everyone is looking to you. That is something you can work on. The other thing is, when you are very good theatrical and humor in your body, you have this skill, you can use it. And you know how I can challenge to you to improve, make us to participate. Make us participate, because there you left room for improvisation. Because you are good there. You are very good in improv and in humor. For sure, we're gonna make some material. We're gonna ask you, hey, do you remember when you lose something? Oh yes, I remember when I lose a key. And from that, you can take this experience and to bring and your speech. So working in reduce maybe the time of your speech when you speak actually, and let to the other bring you content. Because in the level you are now, you are not for just deliver a speech. You are here for create something. That is a challenge because you have the talent, you have the skill, you have the humor, and you have the charisma. This one you can't get it there. Sorry, but Toastmasters is not gonna give you charisma. If someone came here for just, if you're natural there, and you already have it. Thank you for being evaluator today. Thank you so much. Very good week.
Had an amazing championship level evaluation in Eduardo. So we have the you do have the opportunity to leave Eduardo some feedback. You can leave feedback using the sticky notes. You can also leave feedback on the pad as well, right? Just ask that to you, just so you liked or think could improve with their speeches and evaluation. You guys can't evaluate yourselves, so. All right.
So, Mr. Chair, shall I?
Yes, sir. There is actually one more thing before the general evaluation.
Oh, okay.
There is the quiz leader, which Ellie has eloquently decided to test his acumen.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, dear club members. And at this part of the meeting, I have prepared some questions, and I'm going to ask to see how well you paid attention throughout the meeting. So the first question is, what Eduardo understands by making a connection with pets?
He understands the pet owner.
Pet owner, that's great.
Yeah.
Second question, whose table topic speech had an open ending today?
Oh, Dimitri.
Dimitri. This might be a little bit difficult, but do your best. What month of the year the most sweaty person was born based on Sarah?
1970.
March?
Yes, it was March.
Okay, very well. That's great. And what do people this was a good one. What do people lack that they are being blown around by wind? What do people lack?
Leader.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the next question, what did Alan suggest Jack do instead of jumping? Push-ups. Push-ups, right?
Very good.
You guys even.
To answer my own, I do the answer.
This was also a funny speech, and what happened to the coffee bean after drinking coffee? What happened to the
Got
coffee?
tired.
They fell asleep after. Yeah.
It fell asleep. Yeah.
What was Jason's favorite brain activity?
Chess.
Oh, I remember.
What was the sport Nawar started to learn during the pandemic?
Badminton. Tennis.
Tennis.
And the last question. What was one of the main advices by our guest speaker, David Patton, to improve your speech. Yes. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for giving me a chance to do this activity.
Some questions that really rack the brain. It's basically helped us boost their brain. It wasn't physical activity, but it was after that little stretch break that we had with the toast. I think the blood circulation certainly helped us boost our brain there for those questions. All right. Okay, now I bring Dimitri back to evaluate the meeting as a whole. Thank you, Dimitri. Chair.
So I need more blood in my brain. I need to play chess, actually. More. All right. Welcome to the general evaluation of the meeting. It was a very nice, engaging meeting with good energy, very, I would say, entertaining, nice tips and tricks. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Now in more details, we started on, one sec, let me find the papers. Okay, so we started on time at 6:32, so I would consider it on time. The room was prepared well. All the Alan, who took actually multiple roles as because Sergeant Arms didn't show up, so Alan was acting as Sergeant Arms chairperson at the same time. So the meeting was started on time. Everything was properly set up. All the guests were welcomed, and Alan notified everyone that we begin the meeting. He set a very nice, good tone for the meeting to start. He turned control back to himself from the chairperson and started acting as a chairperson. He explained properly all the procedures and introduced, filled up missing roles. It was clear who was doing what. Was good energy level, followed all the procedures, and Alan probably conducted a business session, explained all the nominations, and also give us a schedule about the upcoming weeks, how it's going to happen, and so on. So well done. The next role is timer, Sarah. Also, I did as a timer. She probably kept the time, showed the cards. It was clear when time is running out and needs to wind up. Well done. It was well shown, clear to all the speakers. As a Toastmaster, she gave us the whole bunch of great table topics. She was prepared and engaged all the members, including the general evaluator. So the table topics were selected appropriate, they were appropriate to the theme, and I'm running out of time. I know, so time. Guests were invited to participate. At the end, she probably told them turn control back to the chair. Well done. Okay, so then next, Navar, Toastmaster. So Navar explained the theme of the meeting. He actually interacted with the audience and made us do some exercises so that blood flows to our brain. And he properly introduced the speaker, Well done. So, did I miss anyone? Yes, so Jason as a wordsmith.
Yes.
Yeah, so Jason explained to us what he chose word acumen, which is a kind of important word. So he explained what it meant and he kept track of people. I think we still need to hear his report. Get ready for that. So well done, Jason. And Ellie, quiz leader. So Ellie actually was very attentive and he didn't miss anyone. So he kept track of everyone. I was surprised. And his session was very engaging and entertaining. Well done, Ellie. So this is all the roles. I did table topics evaluation. It was good enough. I gave proper feedback as I could. So overall, it was a great meeting with great energy, great performance. I did enjoy David. His like acting skills. You probably need to be there performing some roles. Great speech by David. As I said, nice relation like Eduardo, and we heard a lot of good tricks and tips and tricks on how to improve public speaking skills. So this concludes table topics evaluation, and I turn control back to what shall I call?
Co-wordsmith, sure.
So then, I would like to invite our wordsmith of the day, Jason. Yeah, okay, you're ready for this, guy. You're
Oh boy, that'd be good.
right in the spotlight. People want to be in the spotlight. People
Yeah.
want to be. Oh, they're right. They kill for it. All right, 4 times.
No, but
What, you want more?
No, you know,
Yeah. who's the user?
Who?
Yeah.
I said it first.
Yeah.
Dimitri said it second. Alan said it twice. Every time was used probably correctly, but I'm not sure if that's.
Striking, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. This concludes the general evaluation. I turn control back to Mr. Chair.
Okay, so the table topics leader, do we have a compilation of the most votes for the best table topics?
We do.
All right.
Okay. Thank you everyone for participating in Table Topics today. Everyone did a great job, and not everybody, you went for the weird questions, and you still turned it into your own, sometimes weird, sometimes normal. So everybody did a great job. The winner of tonight's Table Topics was is Eduardo.
Oh.
Great. Great. Oh, this whole pose. Great.
Finally.
Congratulations. Congrats. All right, thank you. Table topics leader. Anyone have anything, a running joke or anything that they want to describe tonight or tickle the funny bone? Anyone have anything funny that they can think of? Kind of not thinking. I'm not thinking anything funny tonight, so I can't think of anything. Okay. All right, no jokes tonight.
I'll tell a story.
Oh,
yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, as some of you know, Toastmaster. Fellow Toastmasters. Some of you know I used to be a park supervisor long ago now, it seems, but anyway, I used to get very strange telephone calls. And a couple I'm going to just tell you about, and they are, one day I got a call from heaven, and I couldn't believe it. So I said, "Are you God?" And she goes, "No, but I lost my phone at Trinity Bellwoods. Did you happen to find it?" And I said, "You know what? You're the first person I've ever returned a phone to." And I found her, and I went up. Heaven lives in North Toronto, so I went up and delivered it to her. Anyway, it was a big surprise. But my other event was somebody called me up to say, "There's a naked man walking down the street on Christie Street, I think it's Christie Avenue." And so I'm going, "Okay, what would you like me to do? Can you please call 911? And so I get on the phone to 911, and I say, "There's a naked man on Christie Street." And the lady that I was talking to, she's laughing, and I can hear her laughing on the phone. And so it was actually one of my employees that called it in, and he said to me, "Well, this man's walking down the street." So I said to the 911 operator, what is it you want us to do?" She says, "Well, I need a description." Okay. And so, sorry, I'm taking a little bit longer than normal. Anyway, I'm talking to the operator, and I get back to my guys, and I said, "Okay, guys, we're going to need a description." And all I hear is dead silence, like 15 seconds of dead silence. And then one of my guys goes, "He's circumcised."
Are they true stories?
Yeah, looks like both stories.
So there was someone named,
the guy?
so there was actually someone named Heaven,
Lady.
a lady,
Yeah, lady
a lady named
named
Heaven. Interesting name. All from heaven. All right, so it's time to close the meeting, but before we close, I just want to hear from some of the guests that first time here, such as Eduardo. Any feedback for us on the meeting, or anything that we liked or we can improve upon?
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity to be here. Thank you for the evaluation and for the invitation from now on. Because I'm being another club, this is different structure of the meeting. It surprised me. And I love it, the evaluation of the table topic. This is something I would like to see in another club. And what you did is so hard. Because it's not only to pay attention, it's just to find what they ask. Oh, wow, this is blow my mind. I haven't seen this as another club, this kind of role, like to pay attention, ask the question. No, this is it's amazing.
Actually, Dimitri, who is the evaluator for table topic.
No, the quiz.
The quiz.
No, okay, Dimitri, I told, the quiz. Yeah,
Okay.
that's I think is very good. And also even you have a few members there, you handle with the role, and I love it because I come from a club with a more it's very easy to find, okay, you here, but I love the flexibility here to everyone say, okay, I can be in charge.
You have to multitask.
Multitask, yeah, so that's the word.
All right. And David?
Well, Alan, as I've known before, but it was demonstrated again tonight, you are the glue that holds the club together. I am so impressed with the calmness that you portray every time, and your organization. It is really wonderful. And I think the rest of the club should recognize that he is a real treasure, and he is the heart of this club. So thank you very much, and it was very pleasant to meet all of you for the first time.
Thank you, David. Groom the other members to be also we should have multiple hearts in the club, right? So we need multiple heartbeats
Mhm.
to make the club dynamic. It can't be just one heartbeat, it has to be multiple
Could
heartbeats.
I add one more thing?
Yes.
Eduardo did a really fabulous evaluation. There were some things that I've known before about my clockwork kind of approach. But I thought the line that you gave at the end, which is that I'm here to bring it out of the rest of the club. I think that is very true, and I agree with that entirely.
Thank you.
Mark, this is probably your third visit to the
No,
club.
second.
Second way you visited last time in the contest, though, right? So in the
Oh,
fall.
yeah, contest, yeah, last year.
So it's
I
how's
was,
the second time around? Were you
I
any
was
comments?
Yeah, I like the meeting. I enjoy very dynamic and energetic. And, I feel very friendly, easy to participate in, as you said, multitasking. Very good. Thank you for this support.
Your second visit here is what anything different from the first time around, or
Yes, this time I had the opportunity to participate and take a role, and I was last week I was asking this question by myself when I start to learn. Am I starting to learn by looking at others, or should I go read something? Should I go like on the website or do something? But I also today this role allowed me to start to think of giving the speech and one of the roles, and how to start it, how to end it, how to make eye contact, and that allowed me to learn more. So thank you very much. Thank you all for giving me the opportunity as a guest to do that.
Former guests are actually now members, but so the next meeting, June 10th, we will have a new member inauguration and recognition of Dimitri, Ryan, and Jason. We'll have a special new members inauguration. So don't worry, there's no dunk tank or anything like that, but it's something that we do to recognize the new members, and we have a celebration of that. So it is 8 o'clock, so I'll be closing the meeting. And thank you for coming to Deer Park Toastmasters Club 6859. See you in 2 weeks for in person. And if anyone's interested, we do have a virtual meeting next week for so less than an hour, but by Zoom. If you want to have Zoom link, just ask. We'll send it out to you. Okay, thank you.
Okay, this is my evaluation.
Okay.